There's a train. The train is really far down the mountain, though. That's the echo of the train in the valley. The train's about 4 miles down the hill. Can you see the stars? So can you see the stars over Amsterdam? Feel the song my heart is beating to. It's very cold. Usually I have warmth. But something about Vivek's cabin never let me have warmth. I had to go get McDonald's every day to eat it there, and then I could have a bubble of warmth. But I think it's a suicide vortex. I think people go there to kill themselves. That's all I could think about being there until the spring came. And then the birds worked really hard to keep me up. Let's walk around. Maybe. I just need to warm up. Can you believe I've been doing this for 10 years? 11 years. Let's put the light on. It's not their property. Security can pretend they're big if they want. It's not my problem. I didn't get a shooting star. It looked more like a giant sword cut through the sky. I just want to charge my headphones. Then we'll go look at the woods, guys. 'Cause I'm brave. I laugh when I'm nervous, I think. It's just I picked up on other people's personalities. There's not really much to ground you out here. So everything is changing. You're really just as deranged as you can be. All you are is your derangement out here. How committed are you to psychopathic focus? It determines what happens to you. Or else you get swept. Okay. No. Well, at least there, if I charge it, that'll work. If I charge this one, when I come back, I can just plug the headphones in. Okay. No backpack, we don't need it. What's up, everyone? My name is Casey Francis O'Brien. And I'm gonna walk around the side of this building. Uh, What's next? What else is there left to do? Oh, it's so cold. It's colder than it's ever been. Last night, like halfway through the Discord call last night, it's been freezing. And it just hasn't gone away. At the very least, I have aliens that feed me tarot videos that describe the exact situation I'm in a way that positively inspires me and gives me the confirmation I need. And then they're also very harsh on me sometimes. Like as I go through life, they let me know when I'm being lazy. And when I'm actually suffering. When I make it through one trauma, and in between the next one, they do motivate me to keep going. I'm at a cemetery where an indigenous man's son committed suicide. I'm also at a veterans memorial. And I'm alone out here. There's nothing and no one out here except for the lights in the trees and the lights in the sky and the lights floating around me. And the lights floating around me sing me songs. Like they kept playing today. I'm gonna be who I'm destined to be. And motherfuckers wanna take my life away. Suburbs, man. I'm so excited for the future. I have a feeling. I don't know when it's gonna go away. I've always been a little boy sitting alone, staring at the sky, or staring at the grass, or daydreaming. Pretty much my entire life has been alone. I don't know if people really understand what that does. I don't think people can comprehend it. But you're never alone. Even when you feel like you're alone. Even when you want to be alone, you're never alone. This has been my entire life. Just alone, wandering around. Sometimes I'm running straight towards something, and some very few times am I running away from things. Oh, oh. And the only time I was ever in love was when when I stopped running. I was trapped in public housing. I saw another shooting star. I wish I had people. I wish I had real people. I don't. The only people I found on my level sicken me. They make me sick. I don't know no one like me for real. I'm almost empty, guys. But actually, that's completely false. There's a huge fire burning inside. It just hasn't hit me yet. It's brewing. It's called self-respect. This is so beautiful. I've never seen anything like this. The way there's aliens, guys. There's aliens, and I think I'm conjoined at the consciousness with somebody that's always trying to peer back into my life. And I think I welcome her company so much. I don't mind that I low-key become her. And that I've kind of always... That's a lot of life. A lot of life is not realizing how people have influenced you after they've gone. A lot of life is losing your sense of individuality in relationships. One of the biggest lessons of this journey was self-respect. And one of the biggest parts of this journey is realizing that there's fucking things around me at all times. I literally looked around. There was just a loud noise. I don't know why. Shooting star on command. I don't give a fuck. The content was never for anyone else. This was not for you. Yeah. I warned them for weeks. I told them straight to I said it straight to their face, and they froze because there's a rainbow. They were held captive. I saw the sky light. It wasn't a rainbow, but it was a large shift in the color electromagnetic spectrum. But I did tell them. They don't know what it's like. They're gonna find out what it's like when it's gone. But I don't wish ill will on anybody. It's just weird. People get mad and hold themselves to a higher standard and then end up nowhere. Because it's all make believe. Okay. The weirdest thing is that it feels like the me that I lost is always around me. Almost like when I became my own best friend and after the traumas, the person that I lost is like an empty space that I feel comes and goes like it's its own separate entity. Like the person I was when I was 17, I feel like that's my spirit guide. Like I am exalted. I am in another dimension. I am operating, and then there's just a connection difference. So that's why I tend to fall into becoming other people so much, is that I'm literally living in somewhere else. Like I used to have dreams that I was infiltrating other people's dreams and saving them. And I still do. And that me that's traversing through the dreams, that's who I was at 17. but that's never who I am now. But when I feel like I'm safe, it's because I feel like I've come to comfort myself, like I've infiltrated my own dream. Does that make sense? It's really cool to observe reality outside of it. And I mean, I don't know, nobody's talking about the robots. Nobody's saying anything about gang stalkers. They throw it up here and there. They mention the smart dust and they mention the bad forces. I try to focus on the good because when you talk about the bad, there's a big change. That's when the noises start to happen in the shadows. And that's when the stars start to make bright lights, just buzzing like a gridlock system in the Ethernet. That's when I start to feel a pull on the side, like there are things just hanging out next to me. And usually I'm just a very sad, traumatized kid. Doesn't want anyone to feel bad for him. Wishes everyone, like, just wants everyone to be happy and just sits alone. And then it's like the headdress gets put on me, or the crown, or the helmet, and I go to war for people. I go to war to save others. The only thing that motivates me was saving other people. And then I learned self-respect. And I learned that the world maybe didn't deserve to be saved. I kept getting suggested to title the video Rapture Imminent. That at any moment the sky could open up and I'm just going to float away. It happens to me like twice a day now. And I figure the reason nobody's talking about it is because they're not ready to see it. Or they can't. Well, a little fairy on the roof says, that's not true. And then my ancestor said, they don't deserve you. Talking to me. Love you too, man. So just to let everybody know, out in the field here today, right in front of me over there, it was a voice of a mangled girl. And she screamed, help! But it was obvious it wasn't a human. But I'm not totally sure it was a skinwalker as much as it was a producer of the show. But yeah, this is where I went last year when I taught people how to see the shooting stars. How can I be real when every single thing is fake? I don't know if I'ma see today. I've been in my fields, got me thinking that I need a break. I might need a lifeline. Could somebody come and tell me where the time went? Man, I swear to God, I can never find the right time. I'm so sick of looking in the mirror in the blindness. Skipping through the days, it gets kind of scary in the nighttime. Counting up the days where I wonder where the time went. See me slip away like I might need a lifeline. Only thing I'm ever really hearing is the silence. And he slipped. He literally slipped and fell and died. See me slip away, thinking I might need a lifeline. I wish he was here. I wish he was here. Can I get a shooting star if he's watching? Can you give me a shooting star if there's another side and he's on the other side and they're all watching? Or they're at least still a part of us in a sense that they're conscious? Please? I got one earlier when I took my power back from the leeches. I saw a black cat walk up to me. Man. It's cold. I'm usually able to warm myself up, but I can't anymore. But it's just a part of it. It'll come back. It comes back as soon as the phone's off. Then I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what people think. Let's put you... It's the same color as the last picture I have of her, what she was wearing. One time we were in Boston, and she dared me to go out and steal a traffic cone, and I did. Brought it home, and I kept it in my room. And then I went all the way on some random adventure, and she called me to make sure I was okay, and I could tell that she was done, and she was leaving me for somebody else probably. And I was just in some field playing with the dragonflies and butterflies out there, and while she called me, I just decided to walk around the side of this barn on somebody's property, and there was a traffic cone, and there was a bunch of flowers around it. Then I cried. I've cried probably since 2012. I've cried probably only a handful of times. Let's turn this light down. Okay, there's the headphones. No one is gonna bother me. No one's gonna bother me. I'm here. It's getting hard out here for a real one. Let's see. It's cold. Let's eat my french fries. Grace is giving people more than they deserve. I figured they have a chance to grieve this way, so that if something happens, they can kind of leave me as they found me type shit. Is this the end? Is the end coming soon? Can you give me something? I just don't have the capacity to understand because of the lack of brain cells. I am absolutely getting communications from the stars, but I'm not able to understand them like I used to. You want half? I'll leave half when I leave. There's something out there. It wants the food. And then when I said, "Do you want half?" it responded immediately. I know it can read my thoughts, so I'm really only talking for the camera. And because I'm used to yelling at crows. Yep, glowing eyes. Going out in the forest. It's a TV show. What's reality?
It's the condensation of everything into a simple vigilance. Reality is just observation. You have to be able to see it all at once in order to find the truth. And I don't do it anymore. But I think that I've done so much. It's just subconscious. When the phone gets down to 10%, I'm going to switch the headphones back on, put the phone back on the charger. Security's not bothering tonight. They're showing me that I was, in fact, being hunted. But God steered me clear of it with that bird. If that bird wasn't calling at me today, following me up the hill as I helped to get back to safety, I would have been hurt. There are people here that want to hurt me. Apparently, the country folk really don't take kindly to Casey. I'm not even exaggerating. Okay, let's move the ranch. Just keep these flowers. I guess I'm ready to get a job. My life is just a series of being traumatized out of my masculinity, waking up to the trauma, and then people, the only thing they understand is calling me gay. I hate it. I see women and my dick gets hard. I hate that people call me that. Because it's not what it is. It's definitely some type of mental issue. But it seems to go away when I don't speak and I cut everybody off. Because usually it's like people have their feet pressed against me and they're draining my circuits. But I stay in it. And when I leave, I hate to see what... I know what happens to them. Maybe they weren't meant for this life. I have to leave an offering before I leave. I was testing you, Boone. I had already decided I was done. I decided last night, halfway through the conversation. I decided I decided 2 hours into Umbunga, man. So God said he was gonna set something up for me. To show me who people really were. So that I wouldn't be sad. Because I've known for a while that I'm just a transitional character. I just take you up the chairlift and watch you ski down. And then I have to go to the next flower to pollinate. I love you all. You wouldn't last a day in my shoes, pussy.